Hello Aquarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. For others of you, this could have been a situationship. It still could be. And for a small portion of you, this could be a connection where you feel there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. And there is something very special there. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that we need. And there are certain reasons why I don't. All right, here we have 3 cards that are a bit on the dark side, but that's actually fine because we have the majority on the bright side of life, which is great. We have here creativity, play, beauty, grief, nourishment, mothering, embracing the shadow, opening, and then we have responsibility under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. Some of these cards may have a bit of intense energy, so it could be Aquarius that you as well are feeling the same. My dear Aquarius, I want to create something with you. I want to grow with you. Create something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see. A web of love I would love to weave and create you and be with you. Make you the center of my world. Capture you. Never let you go. I want to do that, but I don't know if I can. In you, I have found a friend, somebody who has great potential, fun, mayhem, mischief in your eyes. You make me feel young again, vibrant again, youthful again. And I want to keep living that way. There's a part of you that is so beautiful. Not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. I realize now that you have this ability of being one with nature. And I like that. You are like a ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days. And you hold up a mirror. For me, it's the mirror of life, where I see myself, who I truly am, what I truly am, and what I have done. I don't like what I see. Because of what I see, it makes me grieve. I don't like what I see. I grieve because of the things that I have said and done. The regret, remorse, the pain, the suffering that I caused you. Now I feel guilty about it. And there is a sense of sadness and melancholy. I do feel that in this connection, there's this lack of understanding. This lack of understanding that exists, it's because of a lack of communication. I thought I could have gotten my way. I thought I could just take advantage of you. I ended up taking you for granted, not realizing what I had, what I could lose. And now I am afraid that I am losing you forever. I feel as though I've lost you already. The dark sky in which my life lived, it was bright with this sun. And now that sun is fading. Because of you. Because of what I did to you. It's taken me quite some time to realize there's certain things that I should have said and done that I didn't do. Certain actions that I should have taken, but I didn't. And for this reason now there is grief, there's sadness, there's remorse and regret. I do believe that I have found someone that is the perfect partner. You have the ability of fulfilling me emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I never knew that, and I never thought of that before. But I realize that now. It's taken quite some time. I also feel that there's this sense of nourishment and nurturing. I see this in you, that you are someone who's very caring, protecting, loving, compassionate, someone who provides. What I see is, in this connection, there is this unconditional love that comes from you. This unconditional love that exists. It is true. It is pure. It is sacred. But so much has happened between us, the things that I have said and done, that now things just appear to be awkward. You saw a side of me that I never really wanted you to see, but I showed it to you anyway. A side of me that is quite different. I feel that in this connection, that side was my dark side. And it is also a part of who I am. And embracing that side, for me, is important because I can't change. That's just who I am. Even the dark side. Right now, the environment between the both of us is very uncomfortable. The connection we have is very awkward, so it's hard to reach out and talk. But I do want to open up to you and talk to you about certain things that I have felt that are important, that I've hidden. I have not confided in you. I have not talked to you about it. It's important for me to move forward. I find it difficult to do so without opening up to you and telling you what's inside of my heart. Overall, I want to be a person who is responsible. Before, I did not take responsibility. I would ignore it. It wouldn't mean anything to me. I took everything for granted. I was unreliable. But going forward now in this connection, I want to make things right. I want to be that person who is responsible. Somebody you can rely on, depend on. I want to make a better impression. For now, there's a part of me that wants to create something with you and see where this goes. Because you, for me, are someone like a best friend. You make me feel alive again. That's a beautiful feeling. All right. Aquarius. Very sweet, but a little bit here, there, and everywhere. This person is regretting what they've done, for sure. And they want to take responsibility, because this does show me that they were unreliable. They were inconsistent. I'm seeing the words unreliable and inconsistent in my mind's eye right now. And responsibility. They were not really... What is it called? Oh, I don't know how to say it. It's not called lifting their own weight, but like, oh man, what's it called? Okay. It's the expression, and many of you will tell me in the comments below, it's the expression where you have to carry your own weight or something like that. Where you have your own issues, nobody's going to do it for you, but you have to do it yourself, right? So this person has some type of issues deep down. Nobody else is going to change things or accommodate them. They have to deal with their own issues themselves. So this is something that I'm seeing here, that there's something they have to carry their own weight. I think that's what it's called. That phrase that we have in English. And if they don't do that, they feel that they won't be good enough to be with you, because before they were irresponsible. Now they want to be responsible. However, they have done certain things that were really upsetting. I'm getting the word misleading, and I'm getting the word granted. So somebody here was taken for granted. Not only that, but we have here the feeling of awkwardness. It is such an uncomfortable environment now that's so difficult, even connecting with the other individual. It's become very uncomfortable. Sometimes we can't approach people because of the things that they have said and done. All right. Let's have a look. Okay, what's this? We have here Justice, followed by the Seven of Arrows. So this deck is the Lover's Path Tarot, and I read this deck in the reverse. And this is to show you what may have happened in the past that made this person's personality, their behavior kind of change. So what happened where things once upon a time may have been sweet, they were headed somewhere great, but then things became very sour. Something negative happened. What was it that happened? This person may have ghosted you. Maybe they have blocked you. Maybe they started decreasing the connection in terms of texting. Maybe they're not texting you as much or communicating with you as much. And you're wondering, where do we lie? Is this a relationship or not? You know, are we even friends anymore? People that have not had a lot of closure or any closure at all. All right, so let's have a look. With Justice and the Seven of Arrows, please keep in mind I do read these in the reverse. With the Justice card, it does talk about, wow, a lack of justice, a lack of wisdom, a lack of fairness, and being very emotionally detached. Good Lord. My goodness, what did you get yourselves into here? This is a person that was very cold at some point in time. I'm getting the words, they seemed warm at the time. They seemed hot at the time. Oh, it was more of the physical, not the emotional. Okay. So here we have frustration with bureaucracies or organizations and having impatience. The appearance of this card shows that this is a temporary situation. So when we say bureaucracies or organizations, this does mean there was a bit of frustration in terms of what this person could do in terms of the freedom. Are they able to be with you? Are they allowed? Keyword here, allowed to be with you because of society. What will society say? So here we're dealing with somebody that wanted to be with you, but also took a step back because of what society will say, most likely for them, and also yourself. But I'm seeing somebody here that kind of was selfish in a way in the beginning, so they were just thinking about themselves. They may have been with you temporarily, maybe on a physical level, I'm seeing. However, when it came to something that's more committed, they thought it would just be too much to handle. They took a step back. But here we also have, they were not very fair. There was not a lot of justice in this situation. Part of the reason why, there was a lack of wisdom. And they were emotionally detached. Now, when somebody is emotionally detached, why are they like that? You could have given them all the love in the world. We say that we've given them everything. What more can I give? I've given them this, I've given them that, my body, my life, my money, everything. And still, it wasn't good enough. Why? It's because that person is not looking for that in you. That person has a choice. And they chose not to do that. They chose not to be that. Sometimes what we want is not what the other person wants as well. Have a look on my other channel, my YouTube channel, Asnointia Audio. There's a video there called, it's Hookup Culture, Friends with Benefits, Casual Connections. That's, I believe, the title. Those are the keywords in the title. Have a look at that one because it's very similar to what we have here, that you were going forward like this, but then this person at some point in time on the river of love, you kept going on and on and on, kept going forward in this relationship, but this person stopped at some point. So we have here a disconnect in terms of what your goals and your aim was and what this person's aim was. One of the things here is that they're just not wise when it comes to relationships. And when they're not wise, there will be hurt because they're not thinking straight. They're not wise enough to be like that. And they're also taking granted. They're taking for granted. Somebody who's wise knows not to take another individual for granted. 7 of Arrows. Paranoia. Oh, good God. Paranoia. Feeling defensive. Guilt. Denying the need for protection. Feeling vulnerable. The ability and the inability to defend oneself in a difficult situation. So this is what happened here, Aquarius. You're dealing with somebody who really was in denial. They were defensive. They didn't want to get into a certain situation, and part of the reason here, it just talks about paranoia. They were also feeling very defensive because they were also feeling guilty. And any type of help or protection that they may have needed, they were denying that too. Arrogance, stubbornness. I'm getting the word stubborn and arrogant. You can't really be with a person like that. That's not for you. Right now, this person doesn't see you in that light, in that way. It could be that they do see you if they have more wisdom, or as time goes by, months, years, they see someone else as someone who's a potential. You don't want to hear that, but this is something that is about this person's evolution, emotionally and spiritually, and even physically. This person has to change in order to be in a long-term committed connection. This is not going to work if these keep coming up. So there's a bit of a transition here. This person needs to change. And that change doesn't come easily. It's easier said than done because we're talking about changing a person's perspective on life, personality, everything. Okay. They are waiting. They're hoping. They're waiting that certain things in this connection will work out, but they just don't really know what move to make right now. They feel that they've done what they could have done, as much as they could have done, and beyond that, they feel perhaps it's your turn. So we have here Seven of Pentacles. This talks about how in this connection, this person feels that they have invested a bit, maybe a little bit. I'm still getting the words irresponsible. Okay, well, they still have that behind the scenes, like in their personality, but they are waiting. They're thinking, okay, things are going to change, things are going to get better, and I'm eventually going to reach out to my Aquarius. However, in between that, there is a whole lot of burdens. This person now has a 10 of Wands, the weight of the world on their shoulders. These are responsibilities, restrictions, constraints, burdens, things that this person just can't let go of, circumstances that they are stuck in, and they are overwhelmed to the point where they can no longer function. They can't think about you. They can't even think about themselves. This person is so overwhelmed that they find it difficult to put into their life anything extra. And this is why probably you had the responsibility card in the beginning, because this person is already taking other responsibilities now. Crosswatcher, if this is you, see what you can let go of. Is it very necessary? Can you create a better balance? Can somebody else do the job? It doesn't always have to be you. Try to find an easier way out. And an easier way out will allow you to be with Aquarius, because then one of these staffs can also be Aquarius. But right now, you don't even have room or time for them. Here we also have a very sweet, vibrant, and young message that's going to come through. Very nice. Here we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands here talks about how this person is going to message you. They are. This could be a small gesture. Remember, this is a page. This is not a knight. It's not a king. So it's not going to be a very bold statement or something that someone that has a lot of confidence. It's not going to show up as that. It's going to be something very short, sweet. However, just remember that the reason why they are connecting with you is because of a romantic interest. This is a wand. This is passion. We also have here the Three of Pentacles. For a tiny portion of you, this could be a third-party situation. Somebody may have met somebody actually at work in the past or currently, or met somebody through an association or through someone else. If that is the case, that person is falling in love. You guys are falling in love. If that's not the case, then this also talks about wanting to create and manifest, having a partnership and building something together. Sometimes I've seen that people work on projects together simply to be in the other person's company and their presence. When I say company, I mean presence. So that's something that I see here too, that this person's going to find some type of an excuse to be near you. We also have here the overall arching theme, the Five of Cups. Sadness, remorse, regret. This person feels that if it hadn't been for me, none of this it wouldn't have turned out this way. But I mean that in a bad way, actually. I shouldn't have said it like that. Yeah, if I word it differently, it'll still mean the same. But it basically comes down to, I turned this situation into the terrible situation that it is now. That's what it comes down to. That's what I was trying to say. And this person has a lot of regret. They're dwelling in this because so much has happened between the both of you emotionally that they are not able to think straight anymore. They are really bothered by this. They know that they've hurt you. They know that they really messed up this relationship or the situationship. And any type of offers or any type of happy things that could possibly happen in the future, they're not even looking at that. They're ignoring it. They're not talking about it as much. And they see the things that they have done, crying over spilled milk, regretting things that have happened. They just can't change it. But all they're doing is dwelling on it. What they need to do is start moving forward. But after this, there's a little bit of healing that is involved. The Five of Cups is here, but there's a need for example, the Four of Swords, where we are healing. There's that need to heal, to regenerate, take some time out, take a step back. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye right now the Two of Swords as well. Needing to just keep a block, see nothing, hear nothing, just being by themselves. They need me time. They need a hermit mode. That's what they need. And after that, then they can change. And they will change, because then they will have a better perspective on the situation and on life itself. They'll be wiser. So, Aquarius, when you see this person reaching out to you, don't expect something very bold. There will be something that happens, but it's not going to be as big or as much as you thought it would have been or could be. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right, we have here a timeline. Within the next few months, then we have wait, followed by a year from now. Wait, meditation brings answers a year from now. Many of you may not want to be seeing that. In this deck, guys, the only highest timeline I have, the longest, not highest, the longest timeline is a year from now. So I don't have something like 3 years from now or 5 years from now. So if this came last year, sorry, it's back again. That just means that the timing is not right now. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. So, we have here, within the next few months, there are certain things that are going to happen, and you may be a little impatient, but they are telling you to wait. In the meantime, while you are waiting, meditation brings answers. This is meditation, this is prayer, this is thought, talking to your higher self, talking to the divine, and intuitively getting those answers. These are answers usually from the angels or your spirit guides, but spirit guides here, you need to be very careful what type of spirit guides you're talking to. There's a lot of spirit guides out there, and not all of them are good spirit guides. They may be a guide, but it's not a good positive energy. It's best to just talk to the angels in heaven. Always say angels, but always say heaven. Here we have a year from now. Oh, okay. So a year from now, there's going to be a spiritually based romantic connection. Either this connection will come through and you both will be together, or this could literally be the next year somebody else completely different is going to come into your life, and that person is going to be also somebody from your past life, a twin flame, a soulmate, a karmic partner. This is a past life spiritual connection, either right now or in the future, and it's going to be very intense. We also have here trust in the divine, trust in the plan. Some of you wonder, why is it taking this long? At the end of the day, typically and usually, it's for the greater good. Because the angels and the celestial beings and God, they know who you are, what you're made of, what you deserve in life. Sometimes when we don't get something, it's because they know better. They know that we don't deserve something as bad as that. We deserve something better. And so, truly, after months, after years of struggle, something does come to us, and we actually appreciate it because we've been through the good, bad, and the ugly. We've been through all of it. So, it's okay to be patient, because at the end of the day, everything will fall into place, because that is the way it's supposed to be for your greater good. Here we do have take action. Eventually, a year from now, if and when you have these feelings that you're maybe obsessing over somebody, you can't let go of somebody, you just feel this instant attraction, they're giving you the green light here. Take action in regards to this person, this situation. And they are saying here the overall arching theme, remain positive. Some of you may have also become quite negative because of the things that have happened. It is truly very difficult to stay positive in a world and an environment that's so negative. But if you can, it really does attract a lot of positive energy. And that's your reading, Aquarius. What I'd like you to do is have a look on my website as well. I have here on my website self-help guides, also the chakra checkup. But for those of you that want to remain positive, it's important to get rid of the negative energies around you. And I have some packages on that. You can read about it. One is called the chakra checkup. One is called the Holy Light package, as well as a water wellness package that goes along with the Holy Light package. Those two packages are very powerful when put together. We also have here the romance card. This is a spiritually based romantic connection. So I do past life readings. If you are unable to place an order on my website for a past life reading, you can send me an email and I will put you on the waiting list. Also on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, which is my YouTube channel, I do have some information regarding past life spiritual connections. So do have a look at that as well for some of you that feel this is a very intense connection. You feel a sense of obsession. You cannot let go. Day and night you're thinking about this person. Their energy, you can feel their energy. These type of things really do indicate a very strong spiritual connection, a bond that just cannot be broken. And it happens to the best of us. It happens to millions of people. It is the way it is supposed to be. We come back into each other's lives. Sometimes there's a story that never came true in a past life, and in this lifetime, the both of you decided to be together, or one of you did at least. Since I do past life readings, I've seen all of this, so it is quite interesting. Do not doubt when a person comes into your life. Take advantage, take the opportunity, look into it, go for it, and if it doesn't work out, at the very least you tried. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. You all take care, stay safe. Bye now. See you again.